Radio Lomax, l'émission du 106.
Excusez-nous d'exister, mais le cimetière est plein. C'est par ces mots qu'un film de 2009 se penche sur la carrière de nos invités. Remuante, colorée, à la fois kitsch et d'avant-garde. Malgré le décès en 2005 de leur légendaire saxophoniste, les FLESHTONES sont toujours sur la route. Et ça fait 50 ans, depuis 1976. Une route peuplée de zombies, de loups-garous, de vandalisme pop, de garage, de punk, de surf et de rockab. On accueille donc la moitié du groupe, et ça roule maintenant.
Radio Lomax, l'émission du 106.
Okay, thank you for being here. Hello.
Pleasure is ours.
Okay, we have half the FLESHTONES.
Half the FLESHTONEs.
Okay, super rock.
Always.
Half the FLESHTONES are more than most other groups in total. So I think we'll be okay.
What's going to be on the set list for this tour? Because it's special, you know.
Well, it is special because it's the 50th
Half is-
anniversary
Yes.
tour, so there's going to have to be many things
Right,
on
a
it.
half century of super rock.
Yes.
So
For a super century.
a super half century, and embarking on our second half to make the full century.
Okay, cool. Super rock is now a well-known trademark.
Oh.
Is it?
Sure. Yes, it is. Can we define it as, you know, maxing everything to the red?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say a cultural magnifying glass.
A cultural magnifying of
Yes.
of many things, though.
Yes.
We're not afraid.
Right, and it's not a purist thing.
Yeah.
Yes. It's, I will define it as inbred rock and roll.
Ooh, I like that. Like from the mountains, but they get inbred up there.
Because you have a little bit of, you know, everything that gathers into one entity, which is not defined.
It's and it's all the
That's exactly it. You've
right.
done it.
He's got it. He hit it.
Okay.
The interview is over. No.
At last.
But yeah, when you mix, you take all of the things that we like, that we liked growing up, whatever, listening to the rock and roll, all the aspect, and from many different places, you know, from funk, from everything,
Okay.
and but put it all together, boil it down, and with a more primitive approach, and then you got your super rock.
Producing your records is another trademark of yours. I just wondered if doing it yourself came along logically with this aesthetic we just talked about.
I think okay.
I think we had no choice but to. Really.
Interesting, yeah.
Because we were trying to achieve super rock. And to do that, we needed to actually...
we had to take control.
We had the hands on ourselves because most people we were working with did not grasp the gravity
So,
of
you know,
super rock.
you have a producer, but we already knew what we needed to do, you know? So sometimes the producer, we're winding up mutinying against him constantly and arguing. And it was actually Steve Albini himself who turned to us and said, what do the FLESHTONES need a producer for anyway? That said, we have worked with some really good ones. Richard Goddard, Richard Mazda was very fun.
Yes.
You know, we have sort of a producer now, but we work with Mike Giblin,
Yeah, Mike Eblin.
you know. Mm-hmm. But we call the shots.
Okay, sure. You always
We're always involved. We're always
Call
there.
the shots, baby.
the operation is running.
It is.
Okay. Okay, help me there. I'm facing a paradox. You know this scene from California, everybody knows nowadays, like the Oasis and Ty Segall, etc., etc. Yeah? They worked so hard at recording their own music that they became literally monsters in producing. They became actually incredibly good. And they cannot anymore record a simple rock and roll record. That's a paradox. What do you think about that?
I think it's a problem.
It's a problem. Look at Jack fucking White.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened?
I don't know. He went so far. He started, but then he helped us out because
Yeah, right.
we needed a 45 made, and his company did that for us.
man.
His pressing
Press it, yeah. I mean, literally.
Oh, yeah.
But he's gone into these aspects of the music.
Yeah.
And he made some great recordings, though, with like producing people he liked.
Yeah, sure.
So maybe he should produce us. I don't know.
Jack
You
White is
never know.
different. You're right, because he's a man of taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't he do like Tom Jones?
Okay.
But so did that other guy. He did really good. Burning Hell. Anyhow,
Are the FLESHTONES in danger of being overproduced?
Well, we have a new record. I wish we could play it for you and you could judge for yourself, but I don't think so. I think, if anything, our newest single is the best one yet. And it took 50 years to arrive at this.
yes,
This is super rock.
Yes.
and it came from
Finally
it came from
achieved.
all different directions. He started the idea in Stockholm,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and then he sent it over here, and then we worked on it, and then we went to Pennsylvania, but also to the Catskill Mountains.
Oh,
Yes.
the mountains. You know?
Yeah.
And it's going to be released very quickly. This has just been completed. It'll be available to the public in August.
Coming
August
this
7th.
summer.
This summer,
Okay.
August. This 3 months away or less. It's going
Okay.
to be, and also I'm talking about hands-on, in-hand vinyl. Not just some kind of download, nothing. That's not
Okay.
making a record. That's making nothing. It's got to be a record. You can pick it up. You could throw it at somebody if you want, or play it.
Did you make it so you can behead
If you wish.
anyone? Yeah.
Although I hope
okay.
you don't.
Thank you, because that's why super rock exists: beheading people. Yeah,
Well,
I think. It is said super rock was born because you literally stumbled across a bunch of Japanese instruments, which we talked about.
oh, you're talking about our fabled past.
The legend, yes.
Yes.
But what would you stumble upon if you were 18 today? That's what interests me.
Ah, what would we stumble upon today? Well, that's
Hopefully the same thing.
Oh, yes. Because
Hopefully a few cheap guitars.
Actually, you know, it's funny. I just bought a cheap guitar. Speaking of Japanese, Chinese, I just bought a guitar by a company called Temu. It's China, and I had it shipped. And it didn't cost anything. And on top of that, this company also makes shoes. So the shoes I ordered from them match the color of the guitar. What do you think of that? I didn't find that in the basement. All right. I'm going to wear it tomorrow night. Not tonight, though.
When Marek, when he found became a bass player, the first bass player of the FLESHTONES, Marek, wasn't it a teardrop copy?
It was.
And the action of the bass was like this high. It was like insane.
it was.
But he developed very strong muscles.
Right. It was
strong-
actually part of the training
He got like
of learning to play
I remember
bass.
he had to put some sort of like foam or something to raise his. It was crazy.
grappling.
Yeah.
It is true. That's a very true story. Mark and I renting this house and looking at it before we actually moved in, we went to the basement because we were interested just as maybe I wanted to set up a drum set to play, but that's where we found these instruments. This is all true, and they were Japanese guitars and left by some family, I guess, who lived there before us. The kids rejected it.
Right. This equipment, the drums and was so. People didn't even bother taking it with them.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, we don't need this stuff. You
For
know,
us, it was gold.
Yeah, sure. It's a treasure because what I like is imperfection in instruments. You were talking about the teardrop bass with the stupid action. I'm thinking this stupid action may be a tool to write wonderful music.
Because it affects how you play and what you're going to come up with for a part or an idea for a song. So yes, you're totally right.
Yeah, because whatever.
it's simple.
Yeah,
Sure.
I guess that would be one.
This is like.
Yeah, and whatever the difficulties you stumble upon, you overcome them, and you make the instrument your own. That's what's interesting in those, looked down upon instruments, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Battle for acceptance.
Oh yeah, battle for acceptance.
Although for it to be accepted.
Yeah.
But if in the end it wound up being that we didn't have to worry. We just do what we do, and we become accepted anyhow. But we were rejected in our own neighborhood. We went and we did audition in a local place, and when we were done, the guy came up to us and said, "What is it? What do you call this? Punk rock? Not in my fucking place."
That's true.
He said, we failed the audition there.
It was around 1975, I guess.
75. Okay.
So,
You know.
so some kid, we're practicing down in the basement, you know, and the local musician kids from the other rock bands would come and watch us.
Yes.
They sit there, and so one kid's sitting on the stairs coming down to the cellar watching us. And he goes, what are you going to do with this? You know, says, well, we're going into the city. You know, we're playing at CBGB's and Max's with like the Ramones. Like he goes, the Ramones suck. They can't play. So I said, hey, do you know that Warner Brothers Records, Sire Records, just gave the Ramones, I forget it was $6,000, whatever,
Yeah.
to record it, and they were going to record an album. They have a record deal. What do you think of that? Teacher, the Ramones suck. That was his response.
Is it the response to everything? I don't know, maybe. Okay. Would I love to talk about Yep Rock?
Yep, right.
Oh, we love Yep Rock.
Yeah, it's been 20 years you've been releasing music
Right.
through them. How did you, you know.
You can tell this story. This story is a great
I
story.
can, because this happened, I don't know, 2000, the year 2000, or something like that, 2005. Anyway, I was looking for a manager for the FLESHTONES. We needed a new manager. And I was calling up Jake, who's the manager of Low Straitjackets. What's his last name? What's Jake's last name?
Jake Goralnik,
Goralnik. So I get Jake on the phone.
who
I
we're
said,
back in touch
I
with.
said, Jake, how you doing? You know, the FLESHTONES could use management again, and we were considering or hoping that you could work with us. And he said, well, I love you guys, and I love what you do, and I'm a fan, but I just have too much to do right now with Low Straitjackets. He goes, but I have a tip. He says, the people at Yep Rock, this new label, who are signing great artists, by the way, Low Straitjackets are going to make records with them. They love you, and you should give them a call because they'd be interested probably in working with you. So this started the relation with Yep Rock. I called Yep Rock up, and I got Glenn Dicker. He's the owner. He's the guy who started the label. We already knew him, but that's another story. Anyway, we're going to get to that. Get him on the phone, and we said, I'm looking for management. He said, well, we don't do management, but we'd love to put out records with you. Matter of fact, we'll just give you a distribution deal, or we'll even give you a budget to make a record. And then he goes on to tell me, you know, you guys played a party. I hired you to play a party. What is the type of party called? It's
Frat party.
a frat party.
The real frat party.
A university frat party.
Okay, like total chaos.
In the frat house, the animal house.
My God.
Total.
Exactly. And I remember this party. This party was completely outrageous. It was one of the most outrageous, and I've thrown many amazing outrageous parties. But this was actually more incredible, and what a memory. And he's hilarious. And this is the guy I'm talking to.
He hired us.
He hired and
And
then,
his partner, Tor.
right.
They became Tor and Glenn started Yep Rock. Now I want to tell you, in the course of that night, I went upstairs to Tor and Glenn's room up in the attic to do something
Yeah.
in the course of the evening.
Okay.
And I remember Glenn opening up a drawer or something. I forget what he was doing. But then Glenn turned to me when I was up in that room. He goes, well, I think he literally said, when we grow up. It was either when we grow up or when we graduate. He goes, when we graduate or grow up, we want to start a record label so we can sign bands like you.
This is all true. I'm not making this up.
And he was in
This
school.
was at the party. This is a frat party that they hired the FLESHTONES to come play, and he was telling Peter this at that party.
Yeah, he goes-
and I would say about 4 years went by since we played that party, and this is who I'm talking to on the phone.
Holy moly.
That was recommended by Jake,
Wow.
the manager of Low Straitjackets.
Now-
He recommended to call this number, and I got I didn't know it was him at first. I didn't know it was Glenn until he mentioned the party. It was like, this
Now,
can't be
Jake's-
happening.
Jake's band, Goons, I was in touch with him. Goons? Yeah? Not the Goons. He says it's just Goons. Goons.
It's better.
He said, I said, well, you know, we're trying to think of bands to play at our 50th anniversary in the Bowery in New York, where it all began. And he said, Goons were born to play this party.
So somehow he's going to be managing us somehow. Anyway,
He'll be there.
he'll be there.
Oh, I guess so.
Actually, a lot of people are going to be at that one. So that's how we connected with Yep Rock. I mean, it was some
Natural home.
Oh, yes. I can see.
I mean, how could we leave? And it was just, it was a destiny, undoubtedly.
And you know, the key to their success is that they only sign things they like.
The law, like John Spencer and stuff
Right.
like that. And,
Yeah, exactly.
Eventually everyone winds up on Yep Rock. It's crazy. All these great people.
It's true. And they're all great American bands, basically.
I think it's like Dave Alvin's on.
He is on it.
It's crazy. And I said, but Dave, you're on Yep Rock too? It's like, I
Definitely.
think Lenny's on Yep Rock.
I think the new album is on
Yes.
Yep Rock. Lenny K.
Yeah, it's nuts. Anyhow, so what would you like to know?
so he said, yep.
Yep.
He said yep, and we said yep, and we've been together with them over 20 years now.
Okay. And,
Yep, home.
and
And,
you said,
and our newest release will be the single for our 50th anniversary.
okay.
So there you go. What a story.
Okay, watch out for a few months to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
August.
And the last thing I would like you to debate is what's the most New York thing you can do?
The most what?
New York.
New York thing?
Oh.
Is it
Well,
like I don't know, walking with a cappuccino, throwing pizza at someone. I don't know.
no. Learning the real language of New York City. Go watch baseball. Go to a baseball game. Go to the New York Yankees.
Yankee Stadium in the Bronx.
Yankee Stadium in the Bronx,
In
because
the
that's
Bronx.
still that neighborhood is still kind of funky.
Okay.
It's the real deal. That's what I would recommend. And you know something? I was born in New York City. Matter of fact, I was born in Queens. That's where you have to learn to play baseball. I mean, everybody knows baseball in New York City.
Some people call you the king of Queens. I'm leading you in. Yes, I'm leading you into this.
Yes, the
I'm
king
helping
of
you.
Queens.
And what about that?
And what about that? I am the king of Queens. I was born in Queens. I grew up
So
in
was
Queens.
I, but I'm not the
speak
king
in-
of Queens.
I speak and sing Queens. Matter of fact, I put out an album that
There
is
you go.
called The King of Queens, Keith Strang.
Okay.
And it's an
that's
album
not on
on a
Yep Rock.
French label. It's a label called Fu Manchu,
Fu Manchu.
French label.
Really?
And
Wow.
they put out very cool records, friendly records, and
Marvelous.
And as I told the head of the label, something that does not translate well into French.
Okay.
Many men smoke, but Fu Manchu.
Okay.
It doesn't translate.
No.
But we want, but we both want to wish Francis Puy-de-Bois a bon anniversaire,
bon anniversaire.
a happy birthday, Frankie.
À Francis.
Yes, Francis Puy-de-Bois.
Puy-de-Bois, l'attaché, the
Yeah.
RP.
Yeah, she is the head. He's the boss
Yes, he's a
of
boss.
Fu Manchu.
He calls me.
He calls you?
He calls
Oh,
me
he
Fu.
does?
Yeah,
Oh, you know about this record then?
Francis Fu, F-O-O.
Fu, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't tell me.
Okay.
I'm going to. That's not cool. Not cool. Not telling me. Okay. No.
No,
I'm
I
forgiving.
saw that Fu Manchu in the movies. He's very, very devious and insidious.
Yeah. Okay.
There's torture,
Okay.
drive you mad. Anyway, so you're going to do a festival, right, Keith?
A festival.
See?
Yes.
Okay.
What? Tell us about.
I will-
Tell the kids about the
Yes.
festival.
Well, we're
Keith.
talking about the solo album that I've released with Fu Manchu Records, The King of Queens, and I've been invited to play a festival, the festival Sur des Charbons Ardennes,
Sur des charbons ardents. C'est un festival.
on August 13th.
13 août.
I will be there, and I'm putting together a band just for this event with friends from Paris. It'll be a band, and the idea is just to play the album, The King of Queens, from first track to the last. That'll be the show. So be there
be square.
Sounds like a rocking. Because don't you have rock and roll is added again?
Rock and roll is added again. Will be performed. Matter of
That's
fact,
an excellent song.
The first track
Rock
on
and
the
roll.
album. So it'll be the first track. I'm doing the show will be
Will
the
Francis
album.
Puy de Bois be there?
I hope so.
Oh, I'm sure.
Francis
he
will
will.
be there.
That's wonderful because I happen to be the Queen of Kings.
Queen of Kings.
Yeah,
there
sure.
you go.
Thank you both for
You're welcome
No,
so
merci.
much.
your aura. Like
You're welcome.
your-
As we say on the
Your soul.
autoroute.
l'autoroute, yes.
Yeah.
Das Autobahn.
Yeah,
That's
not
all
auto. As they say on the autoroute, merci pour votre compréhension.
Rendez-vous sur scène. See you on stage.
Okay.
Thank
See you later.
Bye bye.
Radio Lomax.